Hey Plant fam! Welcome back to my channel if you are new here. My name is Jacqueline. This is not my jungle. I'm standing in my kitchen. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you. I look like a mess, so I really just like don't even want to be on camera. But I have a lot of just like updates, I suppose, that I want to like give you guys, things that I would like to show you how they're doing. I just got a box in the mail that has a couple of plants in it that I thought we would unbox together because it's not really like a lot. And I do just need to get some of these plants here squared away. I haven't been feeling great. Did I mention that? My back has been hurting. I just like haven't been sleeping well, so it's been hard for me to like have any motivation to do anything. So I'm gonna set you up somewhere. I'm gonna unbox this. So I'm just gonna like tilt you down because you don't really need to see me. I literally just picked this up from downstairs. So this one is coming from Laszlo Plants in New Jersey. I ordered from them off of Plant Story because they just had like a couple of Hoya that I was interested in. It's a very small box, so I don't know how. There's 2 plants in here. I guess they're just smaller than I remember them being. So that's cute. It says, "Say hello to your little friend." That's really cute. This is the company. They do have a store if you're in North Jersey. They opened this year, I'm pretty sure they said, because I'm from New York, in case you guys didn't know. And I used to go to North Jersey to go plant shopping all the time, and like even deeper into Jersey too. But so we've got 2 plants here. I really thought that the one was bigger than this, but I guess it wasn't. I feel like I'm losing my mind, to be honest, but let's see. Okay, no, it's just smaller than what I remember. Oh my gosh, but it's so pretty. Oh my goodness, look at you. So this is the Hoya Larissa, which we've got. I don't know if it was already like that. But look at that splash on there. So I have one that's labeled Larissa that I don't actually think is a true Larissa. So I had to snag this one because A, it's bigger than the one that I have, and B, it looks slightly different. So I will be doing a little contrast for myself. This leaf looks like it had something fungal on it, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. But everything else looks fine. So I am just gonna like clean these up. But I guess it's a good time to show you too, which is what I have to do with some of these other plants that I just recently got in the mail. What I do with my new plants that I bring in, whether that be from the store or from the mail. This was their mother plant, so they've probably taken lots of cuttings off of here. This looks like a newer shoot, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, there's like more fresh growth in there. But I really, really love this one. I think it's super pretty. And I think I got this one for $50. Pretty sure this was $50, which I thought was a really great price for this size. You guys know I love a splashy leaf, so let's see what it's potted in. Looks like just like a regular soil mix with lots of perlite. So I will be wanting to repot that in the next couple of weeks. Okay, and then the second one was just like, honestly, I think this was like a $10 add-on that I just happened to like win. So So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Or like 12, something like that. It was very inexpensive and very cute. And it is a Hoya Wilbur Graves, just with a lower, honestly doesn't look like it. The leaves are like shorter and rounder. They're super splashy though. And I just thought it was really cute. For like, I think it was like 10 extra bucks or something. I genuinely don't remember. For this little guy. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Like, just throw them in the box with the other Hoya, already paying for shipping. So very, very cute. And that is everything that I got. Just a couple of little babies from Laszlo Plants. I'll leave their information down below for you guys so that you can go and check them out. I don't know if they have a website, but they're on Plant Story. Like I said, I got this in a live sale on the Plant Story app. I just like to hop in and check out new sellers. This one's potted in a slightly better mix, a little bit more chunky, but it looks like it needs more. Ooh, and we have an active growth point in here, right there, which is nice. And it looks like it's active up here as well. So definitely be keeping this one for my collection, because I did actually get a couple of the same ones wholesale for my next sale, but mine look different. And I'm gonna sell all of mine. So that is that. We got two little cuties. If you guys can't tell, I really like a splashy Hoya. And then I did take care of some of the plants that I recently got. So I got this orange marmalade that you guys would have seen me unbox from the Houseplant Co. or Plants with Dirt. And it's definitely settled in and looking a lot better now than when I first took it out of the box. It didn't have a ton of soil, but it was in a good chunky mix, so I just kind of topped it off in here with some of my chunky aeroid soil, and I just feel like this is an absolute stunner. But I haven't done anything else with her. I've definitely cleaned her up, but I haven't sprayed her with anything, so I do need to take all of these into the bathroom and spray them down with Captain Jack's. I did also repot my Anthurium King Veitchii that I got from the Houseplant Co. I put it in no drainage. I left a little layer down here of leca so I can see when the water hits the bottom here. I've been having pretty good success with my Anthurium in no drainage, just because they do like to be on the more moist side. This definitely kind of helps me out. Plus it's clear, I can see what's going on in there. It's a pretty chunky mix, so it should be happy in here, hopefully. But again, I have not sprayed this one down yet. I gotta spray them all with some Captain Jack's because that's all I have right now. I did spray them with alcohol and stuff like that initially on bringing them in, but I haven't properly treated them yet with the Captain Jack's, and I would like to do that today and put this one away in the cabinet. But once I put this away not in the cabinet, in my little mini IKEA greenhouse, once I do that, I'm gonna have to take out the philodendron that's in there and move that to somewhere else. But once I do that, we'll officially have all Anthurium in there, except for my one alocasia. And then if you guys watched my recent plant shopping trip to Shakespeare's Garden, you would have seen me pick up this Aglaonema Red Army. I'm almost positive this is a rotundum hybrid crossed with a bicolor or a tricolor, because you do get that camo-y leaf, but then you also get that pink, that distinct pink veining through the leaves that the rotundum has. And I haven't done anything with this one yet either. I would like to repot it. It's in a very like peaty kind of mix. It's still in a plug, you can see. So I am gonna give this one just like a little bit more time, probably, just because I just brought it home and it came out of a very hot and humid greenhouse. I want to give it a little bit of time to acclimate to my regular home humidity, which I'm hoping that we'll be able to do with this Aglaonema. It doesn't seem to be a finicky Aglaonema from just like the look and feel of it, but I genuinely don't know. So, and I ideally don't want this one to live in the greenhouse because this is a really big wish list Aglaonema for me. If you guys don't know, I am a huge Aglaonema fan. I think they're super underrated. Some of them are just a little bit more finicky than others, so I do tend to stay away from like the thinner leaf varieties and the ones that don't really have a super hardy like stem and petioles. But this one feels really hardy, and I'm very excited to see how it, how it does in my environment. So I would like to acclimate this to my regular home environment. I know realistically I'm going to lose all these baby leaves down here, but hopefully we can keep these top two and the one that it's working on here. So I am going to wait a few more weeks before I repot this, but I wanted to show you guys how it was doing since I snagged it, since that was a very long video, but an amazing video. Highly recommend checking it out. Shakespeare's Garden is a literal dream, so much to the point where I couldn't decide everything that I wanted to get there. And I'm going back to get more later this week. So I also picked up this Hoya Endauensis for $34. The Aglaonema was $30, $29.99. Very, very good price in my opinion. And this one has multiple growth points. I have a little growth point over here. I have a little growth point over here. You see that little baby leaf? And then I think that it was also just like actively growing from right here, if I'm not mistaken, but we shall see. So this one is just really, really cute. It's in a regular soil mix down there with some moss on top. It is definitely like a thirstier one. The leaves are a little bit on the thinner side. So I would like to keep this one in a cabinet, and I do want to repot it into my soil mix and into my like little clear containers, just because I prefer the clear containers. I like to be able to monitor the roots. Just looking around for one that I may have recently repotted in a clear container, but I think I put them all away. So I just need to spray this one down, and then I'm going to put it away in one of the cabinets. So my new cabinet is coming along pretty nicely, but it's not like quite where I want it to be yet, and it's not anywhere near being full. So another plant that I picked up from the House Plant Co. was this Monstera mid-cut. Look at how good it looks. I've had it in water because I thought that I had moss to put it in a mossy perlite mix, and apparently I do not. So I did not want to leave this in water because I don't want the roots to rot, as it looks like some of them are, which is not good. This one looks fine, but this one looks like it's starting to rot right here. Getting a little squishy. Yeah, these bottom ones are definitely rotted right here, so they come right off. I didn't want to put it in water, but I literally do not have moss, and I need to order it. Like yesterday, I should have ordered it, but obviously I haven't really been feeling great, and my brain is just like blah blah blah. So this is perked up really nicely. If you guys remember, it came kind of a little folded up, but it's looking really good. So Monstera Albo mid-cut that I paid a crazy amount for, like crazy low. I think it was like $39. Okay, and then I did also recently pick up this Monstera Aurea. This one's from Willow and Ivy Botanicals. And I just noticed this leaf fell off. It wasn't the newest one, but it was the second newest. It is working on a leaf that should come out soon, but I just feel like these old ones are kind of throwaways at this point. And as the plant continues to grow, I'll probably play around with air layering it, just to get rid of like what's going to end up being a leggy plant. But this one was only $155, and look at that gorgeous variegation. To find this plant for this at this size for that price, like fully established, I would like to repot this too, but I didn't want to like cause it a bunch of unnecessary trauma, because it is in like a pretty decent mix. It's just not my mix, so I want to put it in a clear pot with my mix. It's just more satisfying that way, knowing, and I like knowing exactly what my plants are in. So that is a more recent purchase as well that I wanted to show you guys an update on, because I genuinely don't know why this leaf it was literally just like hanging off today. I was like, what? I haven't touched it. It hasn't like fallen over or anything like that. So I'm thinking maybe it got jostled in the mail and I just didn't really notice that it was kind of like on the brink of falling off. Okay, so what else? I got these two cute little baby Hoya from Black Cat Gardener Shop. Finally put those in moss. And then I'd like to show you these and how they're doing. So I have various food containers here with plants, cuttings that I've purchased. This is the one that I purchased as a Monstera Aurea. She told me that it is a Monstera Deliciosa Aurea, little baby. But I have a hard time believing that. I don't see any variegation on this new leaf popping out, but it is popping out a new leaf. So I got this for pretty cheap. And we're gonna experiment with it and see what happens. So I do just keep it in this plastic cup inside of this food container. It's got a little hole in the lid for air. And I open it like once or twice a week just to check on things too. So that is that one. I'm not sure if it's a Deliciosa or an Adansonii though. So we'll just have to see as it grows. Oh, that's lovely. The last time I checked on this, it was fine, but apparently this leaf is rotting on my Adansonii elbow cutting, which is unfortunate. I guess I left it too wet in there. As long as the rest of this leaf doesn't die off, there is another one coming out. I don't know if you can see it. It's so teeny tiny. But it didn't look super variegated, so I'm just waiting. The original stem, like this right here, has a ton of variegation on it. But then, of course, this growth point over here looks pretty green. So we're just hoping that some of that striping is going to transfer over to the rest of this plant. Because it was pretty cheap. I'm going to leave this one to aerate. Yeah, there was definitely way too much water in there. So I'm going to leave the lid off of this one just to let it air out. Doesn't look like I overwatered this one at least. And this one is potted directly into the container, so I can't take it out, but it is the bipenifolium variegated, and it's giving me some non-variegated leaves, which is pretty fucking terrible. So we'll see what happens, I suppose, with that. Hopefully eventually it gets some variegation, because this is definitely a wish list plant for me. And I just bought it as a chunk. I don't know if you could see the chunk down in there, but this growth point is coming off of a completely different side of the plant. that, like, doesn't have variegation. So, and this is the only leaf. It's just like a one or two node little stick. So if this doesn't give me variegation, I don't have anywhere to like cut it or any options to try and get variegation. So we'll just have a regular green bipennifolium, which is a little sad. But both of these came from Cultivar. I had an Aurea cutting that I purchased from them that had a really nice aerial root, and the whole entire thing rotted on me. So that's disappointing. So I mean, like, I probably just won't be buying cuttings anymore. Lesson learned. Let's not do that. But what I do need to do is bring these plants into the bathroom and spray them down. So let's do that. Okay, so I've got my Captain Jack's Deadbug Brew in my little spray bottle here. And I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, you guys. I'm literally just gonna spray these plants down, the front of the leaves, the back of the leaves. You wanna make sure you're getting everything. And then I let it sit and dry, and then I'll come back in, honestly, and spray it a couple more times just to make sure there's like really a nice layer of this stuff on the plant, because then what happens is if a bug comes along and eats the plant, nibbles on the leaf, this is going to kill them. So I don't think there's any bugs on these plants, but anytime you bring in something new, it's good to just be cautious. So you want to make sure you're getting the backs of the leaves, the stems, the petioles. You can spray the top of the soil. I do like to fertilize my plants after I've sprayed them, because they, you know, it kills the good stuff too. So it's good to put it back. I do like using like a leaf shine, but I don't have any left. So usually I would go in first and just like clean up the leaves and wipe them down. Any dirt and stuff like that. But I just don't have any right now, so unfortunately we have to skip that step. So tops of the leaves, bottoms of the leaves, don't want to leave any part of the plant with this stuff not on it. And like I said, I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come back in and spray it a few more times throughout the day. And then once I'm finally done doing that, I can put them away. This orange marmalade is absolutely freaking stunning. Like, I cannot, I don't know why this thing is not like pumping properly for me. But I'm absolutely in love with this thing. And I can't believe I got it for $50, which is crazy. So crazy to me. Okay, so this stuff is safe. You don't have to worry about getting it like on your hands or anything, but you definitely want to wash it off. You don't want to leave it on. Captain Jack's is just like a bacteria, like a beneficial bacteria, essentially, that's harmful to the bugs, but really only to the bugs. The only issue and reason why I switch out of using Captain Jack's regularly is because the thrips especially will become resistant to it. So that is everything that I'm going to be doing with those plants. So let me wash up and figure out what else is going on here. Okay, you guys, so this is what everything is looking like. I put the flash on because it's dark in here. We've got the Hoya Larissa. Look at how gorgeous that is. The Hoya Carnosa Wilbur Graves with just like the splash. Like I said, I will be offering some of these up for sale. Mine just look a little bit different, like the leaves are less round. They're longer, so I do find that interesting. My King Veitchii will hopefully put out some new leaves for me soon and get nice and big and be happy in that container. This really cute Aglaonema Army I'm just so obsessed with. I cannot wait to watch this one grow. Endoensis looking cute, and then of course Orange Marm. Gotta love her. Look at that variegation. The flash on, stunning, absolutely stunning. So yeah, like I said, I will be going back in and spraying them down. I don't know, it's just like it's not really like spraying. Maybe there's something clogged in there. That's better. Like I said, I'm gonna spray them again in a couple hours when they've dried, and then they should be good to go in their homes. These two are gonna go in a cabinet. This one is gonna go in my anthurium little cabinet that I am 100% gonna give you guys an update on in a video soon, show you everything that's in there, how it's doing, how it's growing, how the humidity is, and like all of that good stuff. Updates on that are definitely coming. If you didn't see the video where we set all of that up, I can leave it. There's a couple, I think, right? Where we put it together, and then I did another one where I was like weather stripping it and trying to figure out how to get the humidity up. So there are a couple of videos about that on my channel if you're interested in that. It's probably in, I think, my plant chore playlist. Same playlist this one is going to go in. As well as unboxing, I suppose, though, because we did 2 in 1. But anyway, I wasn't even going to film a video for you guys today because I'm not feeling well, so hopefully you enjoyed these updates. Anyway, I appreciate all of your love and kindness and all of your support. I love you guys so very much. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed hanging out with me. Don't forget to subscribe. You know the drill. There's a join button if you want to join the official plant fam. The best way to support my channel, though, is to just buy some plants from me. We're doing a sale this Thursday, the 21st, September 21st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there and come hang out. I would love to see you guys. So that is it for this video. I love you guys so very much. You have no idea. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are out there in the world. Don't forget to spread kindness. Don't forget to drink your water and water your plants too. They're thirsty. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.